So, ano ang benefits ng cleansing? Magpalakas ng immune system. No? Kasi kung wala ka na masyadong kinakalaban yung immune system mo, na daming mga dumi, lahat na yan, lilinisin yan, lalabanan yan, lahat. If your blood is cleaned up, then it can now concentrate on the problem. No? Kung ano man yung bukol niya or whatever. No? To neutralize and eliminate yung mga toxins, of course, you have to eliminate that because they will damage cells. To assist in destroying cancer cells, when you do detox, hindi mo lang napalakas yung immune system mo, matutulungan niyang ma-destroy kung ano yung mga bacteria, virus, fungus, and cancer cells. While you're giving nutrition to the healthy cell. Kasi sa cholesterol pa lang po, if your system is full of cholesterol, nababalutan ng cholesterol, yung mga cells, hindi makapasok ng nutrients. Kasi nagiging, yung fats kasi po, dati po noon, what they do is they get yung posporo, para maging waterproof siya, tutunaw sila ng fats, ilulubog nila doon, pag dry na, waterproof na siya. So, it prevents the water that carries the nutrient to come into the cell, kasi nabalutan siya ng cholesterol. To clear the mucus congestion and fermentation in the digestive tract. Yung mga kinakain po natin, nag-iiwan po yun ng laman sa bituka natin. Every time tayong dudumi, every time kakain tayo, may iwan doon. Like the plate that we ate from. No? Kung fatty meal yung kinain natin, may sebo yun. Eh kung araw-araw mong kakainan yung platong yun, kakapal yung sebo. So that can peel off later after a few weeks kung isang linggo kang nagkakain doon. When we do cleansing, you can even have some of these things peel off your intestinal tract. Minsan, may lalabas lang parang gelatin or plastic. Ano yun po, nag-peel off na siya. So, nag-peel off na, mas maganda na ngayon ang absorption ng sustansya doon. And then, blood purification. Siyempre, lilinis yung blood. And then, cleansing of the palate. You know, people who do a cleansing program, before, they put so much salt or sugar in their food. Once na-clean up na sila, hindi na ganun karami yung salt or sugar. Even those who are heavy smoker, if you clean them up, wala na masyado yung craving. It hikes up yung ating taste bud. So, it becomes more selective. No? Perverted daw po kasi yung taste bud natin. So, cleansing. The blood, the life is in the blood. Pag it's dirty, we start dying. It's like a river na stagnant ang flow. Yung mga bahay-bahay sa paligid, apektado. And then, yung mga isda, nakakamatay. Parang ganun po yung ating blood. No? So, we have 6 organs of elimination. Ang trabaho nila maglinis ng toxins. Ito po yung nakaklog up pag may problema tayo. Halimbawa, ang skin, tagalabas ng toxins, no? Sa pawis. Lagi ka na sa aircon. No? Hindi ka nag-exercise. Pero your diet is full of all the sort yucky stuff, no? Tapos, instead na mag-akyat ka sa hagdan, mag-elevator ka, escalator, konting lakad lang, mag-taxi. So, paano na? So, your toxins keep piling up in years and years and years. Then, one day, you have a stroke. Kasi yung fats, hindi mo pinalabas, no? So, you end up so many things. So, ang dami pong ginagawang paglilinis to the skin with a variety of therapeutic technique. Kung nagpunta kayo sa mga wellness centers, yan ang trabaho. Ang trabaho lang ay palabasin yung toxins through the skin, no? Then, lungs. Ang baga po natin ay kinakailangan mag-expand 100%. Tayo daw po, as a normal thing, is we only breathe like this. Tapos na. Chest breathers. But that should not be. We should let our diaphragm expand. So, it should be abdominal breathing. Tingnan niyo yung mga bata. No? They breathe abdominally. Tingnan yung mga animals. But human beings, because we're used to studying and then keeping our emotions in check, no? So, nangyayari. Tapos na. You're not getting full oxygen in your lungs. Dapat daw abdominal. Yun tinuturo sa mga seniors. Yeah. So, mas mahaba yung hinga pagka ginamit natin abdomen kasi tapos na, no? Okay. You want to have more oxygen when you do that. Nag-expand yung lungs natin 100% na napapasok ng oxygen. Our tummy goes up and down. Yung ating mga labang loob, yung ating liver, pancreas, stomach, namamassage. Like this. Tapos, so you get better digestion, better absorption ng nutrients, better elimination, and better blood. Ayan. Yung atay natin, it cleanses and digests food. It cleanses toxins and digests food. So, pagka sa gabi, Nagpupuyat ka palagi, your liver is unable to do a good job. No? Kaya, magpa-fatty liver, hindi pa ako makain ng fatty food. Fatty liver, gallstone, kasi puyat ng puyat. And if the liver is unable to detoxify things, estrogen goes up. So, nagiging prone sa breast cyst, ovarian cyst, myoma. No? Kaya, when patients come to us, we'll tell them, Dok, naglulok po yung menses ko. Oh, Dok, I have myoma. Nagpupuyat po kayo. Yan, boom. Yeah, bullseye. No? For men, it has other effects. In fact, they link increased estrogen in the hormones ng mga lalaki when nagpupuyat din sila. So, kaya siguro medyo dumadami ang third sex. No? So, something is wrong. No? The liver. And then, kakain ka pa ng mabigat sa gabi, lalo na hindi siya makapagtrabaho mabuti. Kasi ang main trabaho ng liver sa gabi is to clean the blood, to purify the blood. When we tell our patients to eat before 6 p.m. or eat something very light for dinner, you are giving the liver time to clean up at night. Kaya yung mga diabetic, we just move their meal before 6. No? Ang ganda ng effect. Kinabukasan ng umaga, makita na maganda yung sugar nila, the cholesterol start going down, the uric acid. And there are even patients with mga cyst na nag-move lang sila ng before 6, nag-start to eat yung cyst nila. So, ano lang po yun, i-minove lang nila yung dinner nila. Then, the kidney, siyempre, kailangan ng pure water, no? Yung colon, kailangan ng good bacteria, ng fibers, etc. Then, yung mga lymphatics natin. Ang lymphatics po natin, mga kulani natin, nagtatrabaho po yan through exercise. Kasi, unlike yung arteries and veins, nagsisirculate yan kasi may taga-pump. Pero po yung mga kulani natin, para din silang ugat, pero hindi sila, wala silang pump. The only way silang mag-move is if you move. So, if you jump like this, then nag-iikot siya. So, you have to really move or exercise. Kung hindi mo pwede ma-exercise, massage. Yan. So, kasi kailangan po nag-circulate yun eh. Okay. So, may mga alternative techniques tayong ginagawa. May water therapy, may charcoal therapy, physical manipulation. Daanan lang po natin yung iba dito. Some of them are kailangan may special machines. Pero a lot of them, pwedeng gawin sa bahay. If you understand the principle. Yan, ito po yung iba. Some examples ng treatment. Yan. Anong purpose? For healing and beauty, relaxation, diba? Papahaba ng buhay. Yung makina na laging malinis, tatakbo ng matagal at maganda. Ha? So, longevity. So, kung halimbawa, makikita natin yung mga naglalagay-lagay ng mga mud pack, cleansing po yun. Yung mahilig magpa-steam bath at sauna, cleansing po yun. So, body wrap. Anong purpose ng body wrap? Babalutin ka ng plastic o cellophane. Ang purpose lang magpapawis ka. Pero minsan may ilalagay na kung ano-anong mga bagay. Nakatunaw siya magtunaw ng taba kung ma-overweight ka. So, isang example, from the detox, no? Pag-alis ng toxins. Sa mga pasyente namin na sira ang kidney at liver, sira na yung bato nila, sira na yung atay nila, ang isang paraang ginagamit namin is the wrap. No? Nalalabas po yung hindi mailabas. Kaya may patient kaming nagda-dialysis na ibabalutin namin ng cellophane o plastic. Mga 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Mas mataas yung creatinine, mas mahaba yung pagbalot ng pasyente. Anong mas mura? Yung balutin ka ng plastic o mag-dialysis ka? Ha? O, diba? Plastic na lang. No? May patient kami noon, liver cirrhosis. Lumaki na yung tiyan niya. Tapos, putot balat na. And, kasi drug addict, heavy smoker, heavy drinker. So, nag-liver cirrhosis siya. Pagka liver cirrhosis po, your days are numbered. No? So, bawas sila ng tubig, nakadalawang beses na, balong uli. Eh, yung nanay niya, nagtitinda lang ng herbal sa palengke. Siya naman, tambay lang. No? So, what can he do? Sabi ng gastroenterologist, wala na, paghintay ka na lang. So he came to us, I told him what to do. Detox. So blend niya yung pagkain niya para hindi muna magtrabaho yung liver niya. No? Kasi one of the major work of the liver is to digest food. Concentrate siya sa diet mo on carbohydrates. Low fat, low protein. Kung bumagsak yung protein niya, low egg white. Tapos, plastic, may uling. Lalagyan po ng charcoal yung tiyan niya and then uling. Lumiit yung tiyan niya. No? Sabi ko, magpapaaraw ka para lalo ka magpawis. Mabuti lang mangitim ka kaysa manilaw ka. No? Successful po, I'm telling you. No? Ilang araw, sabi niya, Dok, 2 peso and 50 centavos lang na plastic yung inlalagay sa tiyan ko, reusable pa. At yung uling, nagluluto na lang ako ng uling. So successful po, nag-regenerate ulit yung kanyang atay. And he became a Christian, no? Kasi tinaningan na siya eh. Di ba? Oh, syempre. Oh. Minsan ginagamit ng Panginoon ng karamdaman para magising tayo, no? Kasi kung hindi tayo magigising, makakatulog tayo, no? So, charcoal, yun po, ginamit namin uling. Kung external use lang naman, kasi yung uling na lang dyan sa tabi-tabi gamitin nyo. Kung internal, kailangan activated charcoal, no? So, there are many things na pwede mong gamitin pang-tapal o pang-balot. Pwedeng herbal, no? Pwedeng uling, pwedeng putik. Mahal ba yung putik? Hindi naman mahal, no? So, sabi ka ng plastic, or yung iba po, meron kaming bed na mainit. Ang tawag po namin jade mat or biomat. Kasi kung instead ng 4 hours mong papawisin, lagyan mo doon sa mainit na yun, edi 1 hour lang. So, umiikli. O kung gusto mo, nasa sikat ka ng araw habang nakabalot ka ng plastic, no? Makita mo, para ka ng prunes nun. Okay, so ito po yung example ng charcoal body wrap, no? Yan, di ba ang ganda niya? So pagka, no, palagay kayo yan, then sayo kayo ng ati-atihan, no? Pwede na. So it can be done with biomat as prescribed by physician. Very effective po ang uling. It can absorb, yung ganito po kalit na activated charcoal can absorb 33 square yard of poison. Di ba? Nalagay natin ang uling sa ref. Nalagay natin sa water filter. If you open that, no? Activated carbon. So, maganda pong gamitin panggamot ang charcoal. So, it's uling kahoy na sinunog, no? And nakaka-remove siya ng gases, drugs, toxic chemical, bacteria, and viruses. Effective siya. May mga puputulin na po na paa ng mga pasyenteng diabetic na isisave ng charcoal. One example, meron pong isang pasyente no, na dalaga na diabetic na nagpa-pedicure, no? Di kumalat yung infection hanggang sa magamagana. So, ini-antibiotic naman, mga super antibiotic. Pero hindi po kasi tatalab yun dahil hindi naman makadaloy ng doon ang maganda dahil magamagana. Pangalaw po, pag diabetic ka, mataas yung sugar. When your sugar is high, your immune system is unable to fight bacteria. And then yung healing ability mo is very low. Kasi acidic yung blood mo eh. So sabi ng surgeon, ang consultant, we are going to cut it off, no? Kasi there's no hope. So it so happen na yung surgical resident, sabi niya, yung mother niya is into alternative. So sabi niya, ma'am, baka meron pa tayong pwedeng gawin. The surgeon, the consultant said na, tomorrow, if the smell and the swelling doesn't go down, we'll cut it off tomorrow. So that night, nagtapal-tapal sila ng charcoal, no? Kasi, you know, before I have someone chop me open, I'm gonna do everything I can. Diba? So, tapal sila. Balot nila yung charcoal, then balot ng plastic, ng gauze. Then early in the morning, dating yung residente, kasi the consultant will come eh. Then nilinis nila. Aba, wala na yung amoy. Ha? And the swelling has gone down. So nilinis na para hindi makita ng consultant yung itim. Kasi you know, when you put charcoal, syempre magkakaroon ng kulay. So linisin mo. Mahirap lang maglinis. So comes the consultant. Consultant looks and say, wow, wala na yung amoy. Medyo umimpis na maga. Nagtatanap na yung antibiotic natin. Observe another day. Every day for 3 days. By the 4th day, nasave na yung paa. Sabi ng consultant, I have never seen this happen before. What did you do? Yan. Siyempre sabi ng residente, kasi po nagtapal kami yung charcoal. Pinagtawanan siya. Tinawag siyang Dr. Kepweng, no? Ang Kepweng. But one should not care if you're getting result, di ba? So, local charcoal poultice. Yan, hinahaluan ng psyllium, no? Sayang lang, hindi ko kasama yung mga nurse namin dito. They could demo how it's done, no? Pero psyllium, you can buy that from saan ba yun? Mercury Drug. Yung C tapos lium, no? And pwede mong ihalo equal amount of let's say charcoal and then a little bit of psyllium, then tubig para maging para siyang paste. Then you can apply it on the problem area. Alam ba, may tumor ka, may bukol ka dyan, may pigsa ka, may namamagang rayuma, no? So, pwede mong itapal po siya. And then, balutin mo siya para yung body heat niya ma-retain, and that can be applied overnight. So, kinabukasan, makita mo maganda na yung effect niya, no? Yan. So, it can draw toxins out to the skin. It can help with nana, bee sting, boils, piksa, bruises, bugbog, bug bites, burns, yung namamagang mga joints, tenga, eye inflammation. Pwedeng sa labas lang eh, huwag mong ilagay sa loob, no? Pwedeng lipping, eyes or muscles. And there have been wonderful results with charcoal therapy. Yan. So anong paggamit niya? Pwede mong inumin, pwede mong itapal, pwede mong ipaligo, pwede mong ipanglabatiba, no? Yan. So walang kaamoy-amoy, absorbin niya lahat eh. Okay. Just to give you an idea, I don't know, and did I tell you about charcoal therapy before? So there was a patient na I was in Palawan. I did a lecture on charcoal therapy sa radio. So one patient told me na he had a heart attack. He was about 70 plus. And they had to rush him to the nearest hospital, Palawan Adventist Hospital. He was unconscious but his eyes were open. So they brought him in a jeep. And it so happened yung jeepney, there were cracks on the roof. And there were several sacks of charcoal there. So when his eyes are open, yung powdered charcoal went to his eyes. So, but he's unconscious, no? When they reached the emergency room, they were able to revive him. Then of course, masakit yung mata niya because of all the powdered charcoal that went in. So they had to wash with salt water. Every day for 3 days, they kept washing kasi the powder went in. His eyes were red and swollen. But after 3 days, he noticed that he does not need to wear eyeglasses. So ever since then, sabi niya, Doc, hindi ko na kailangan magsuot ng antipara because of that. Of course, I didn't have the heart to try it. Can you imagine 3 days na mamagay yung mata mo? No? But it worked for him. No? So another one in Palawan, this patient nag-LBM, super LBM, narinig niya yung lecture sa radyo, so they did that. Since nag-LBM yung patient and the farthest hospital is about 8 hours away from Batarasa to Puerto Princesa, so they really couldn't bring the patient. So what they did is, nakita nila yung mga abu-abu dun sa kalan, and nakita ng mga itim-itim doon, they got it and put them in the water and made the patient drink and take it. No? Dami doon, mga itim-itim doon. Successful. Kaya lang, nung maliwanag na kinabukasan, nakita lang, may mga pupo pala. Pusa. See how effective it is, di ba? Napaka-effective niya talaga. Anyway, so make sure what you're doing is really the right thing. Okay. So, herbal body wrap. Halimbawa, nagpapaganda ka ng balat. You can use avocado, di ba? Or maybe put a little bit of aloe vera and papaya, pampaputi, no? Or if you have fungal infection, you can put a little bit of Acapulco and cacahuate for the itchiness. So you can make your own concoction. No? So in sa internet or sa mga book sales, they have some herbal concoction that you can use for pimples or wrinkles or whatever. So pwede na whole body, kung gusto mo yung flawless yung skin mo, no? We've used this on a patient with psoriasis. Tinuruan lang namin siya kung anong itatapal niya. And she was 80 plus. She had psoriasis at the age of 20. So, ang dami-dami. Yung testimony niya that she gave to us, she says, now I have flawless skin. So, it's nice. And she's 80-something. And that's mud. Huh? Of course, hindi sa pusali yung kukunin. No? You get it from maybe a water source na alam mong malinis, maybe beside the river or sea, kung malinis yung river or sea. And then you look for it at the level of 3 feet beneath the surface para makuha mo yung malinis pang clay. See, clay and charcoal, it binds things. So kung na-expose yung clay or charcoal, i-absorb niya whatever is around. Kaya you want to get it na somewhere deeper. So, clay or mud therapy. Okay. Meron siyang ability to replenish important minerals. Ano ba, may kulang ka sa calcium, sodium, o kung saan man. pwede niya ibigay, and to detoxify toxins and have a soothing effect on the skin, lalo na din sa mga pains. So it's been used for thousands of years. Mahal ba yung putik? No? So it can absorb different types of toxins. So iniinom din ng putik, no? All the minerals that our body has nandun sa putik and vice versa. No? Bakit kaya? Bakit ganun? Yung component ng putik meron din tayo sa katawan, no? Kasi according to scripture, we were made from the ground. Kaya minsan amoy lupa na tayo, di ba? Okay. Yan, sa putik siya. Yan. Anong paggamit niya? Mga nabugbog, na-injured, namamagang litid, carpal tunnel syndrome, pwede mo itapan siya, no? Instead na pa-opera mo yun, tapalan mo na lang, no? Eczemas, bruise, burns, chronic headache, gallstone, no? Okay. Mercury poisoning. So yung po may mga pasta-pasta na mercury, pag tinanggal yun, you can actually take it orally. Merong way to make, meron two types of clay daw, yung living clay at saka dead clay. Yung living clay, pagkakuha mo, pwede mong i-take orally yun or externally. Kaya lang, syempre, merong mga amoy-amoy siya. No? Pero yung dead clay, i-heat up mo siya hanggang matumigas yung clay. Then you can just put it in a container. Pag gagamitin mo na siya, you add mineral water to apply internally or externally. Na-sterilize mo na siya. Yeah. So, for food poisoning, liver detox, so let's say nasa kung saan ka and you don't have charcoal, you can use for detox. Now, skin salt glow. Ang asin po ay ginagamit din to exfoliate and to open your pores. We would have patients na 10 years na sila nagda-dialysis from the US. Hindi na sila nagpapawis. They don't sweat out anymore. So, their sweat glands have dried up totally. So, i-steam bath mo yun, isauna mo, i-wrap mo ng plastic, hindi na sila magpawis. Even if you give them fluid, because nag-resign na yung kanyang mga pores, no? So, what do? You scrub with salt. Yung hindi malalaking piraso, no? The super fine, no? Parang kinaskas na yelo. And with a little bit water, you scrub it, tingling yung skin. Maganda, mapula-pula, no? It increases circulation, helps slow down the aging process, improves digestion, and alleviates muscular tension. Very powerful po yan. So you just brush it, no? Minsan lalagyan namin ng art, parang massage. And then, kung natapos na yung treatment mo, we now wash with warm water and loofah. At huli is cold water para mag-close yung pores. Kailangan mo i-scrub siya to displace or remove the toxins that you got out of the skin, no? And we use the mga loofah brush. So skin brushing is always followed by hydrotherapy, may hot and cold, hot sitz bath, and so on, para lalong maging epektibo yung ginawa mo. So when we use water internally or externally to facilitate healing, improve circulation, increase elimination of waste, at saka nakaka-relax siya, increase resistance, hydrotherapy. You can use hot, cold, you can use the 3 state of water, gas, solid, or liquid, no? Yung liquid, pwedeng hot and cold. Yung gas, yung kumukulo siya, steam, no? And then yung solid, ice. Pwede mong gamitin siya. Pag masakit yung rayuma mo, pwede mong i-apply yung ice, 20 minutes, irarab mo siya. Yung katawan mo ngayon, lalaban doon sa heat, mag-heat, lalaban sa cold, mag-heat up siya. Wala na yung kirot kasi 20 minutes mo siyang inirab, no? So we call it an ice friction rub. Anong benefits niya? Elimination of waste, loosen tight muscle. Alam niyo po, when you do massage, ang tigas pa ng muscle mo pag bigla kang magmamassage at hindi ka man lang nag-hydrotherapy or pinatamaan ng heat yun. Minsan, nakakause pa ng injury yun kasi pag may nakapa sila na yung nuts or lamig na tinatawag, manggigigil siya. Yan, sakit nun. The first time I had somebody do shiatsu on me, 3 araw akong nilagnat, no? Kasi that it eliminated so many things. Pero I think if had I done heat treatments before, naka-relax yung muscle mo, hindi ka mag-produce ng injury dahil doon. No? So, increase the metabolic rate and digestion activity, you hydrate the cell, you boost the immune system, improve the function of internal organ. Tubig lang yun. There's a doctor who created 1,000 ways of treating disease, water lang. No? And then, labatiba. No? You can use charcoal, you can use coffee, you can use so many things. Ano ang benefits ng uling ng pinanglabatibo mo? Used for impaction, yung matigas yung dumi, constipation, diarrhea, toxemia, mga toxins sa loob. Nangyari yan. At yung pangit yung bowel movement mo. Coffee enema. Kape po yan. Papakulo ka ng 3 kutsarang kape na 1 litrong tubig. At ang coffee po pag sa ginawang labatiba, ibang effect sa ininom. No? Kaya sa amin po, ginagawa namin sa kape, pinanglalabatiba. No? And kailangan brewed coffee, organically brewed coffee, kapeng barako. No? Kaya pag napunta kayo sa ospital namin o sa clinic namin, pag naamoy mong kape, ang bango naman. Smells good. And then sundan mo. Sa CR po yun. No? Sa CR siya. So it's really so nice. I believe God created coffee for a purpose, but I don't think yun yung purpose niyang inumin mong magkaroon ka ng sakit sa puso, high blood, at ulcer, no? So baka ginawa niya mabango yun para talagang ma-cover up yung amoy nung gagawin niyang paglalabas, no? So you boil it for 5 minutes, no? Without cover, and then takpan mo siya, hinaamoy yung apoy for 15 minutes. So nag-evaporate na yung mga other oils and everything. And then saka mo salain, and then palamigin mo bago may panglabatiba. No? Kawawa naman yung pasyente pagka hindi mo pinalamig. No? Okay. So, pag pinalabatiba po, mga 15 minutes niyang pipigilan. After 15 minutes, ilabas na niya. Kasi if it's more than 15 to 20 minutes, baka ma-absorb niya, magkaroon siya ng mga reaction ng as coffee. No? Ano ang benefits niya? Tumutulong siya sa atay para magtrabaho mabuti, control pain. Kaya may mga patient na severe pain sa cancer. There are only 2 ways to treat cancer pain naturally. No? Hindi kaya ng herbal po ang cancer pain. No? 1, acupuncture, no? Or electrical stimulator para mas-suppress niya yung pain. Pangalawa po, coffee enema. Yeah. You cannot remove cancer pains. Well, you can by the diet. Mag-alkaline yung diet mo, alkaline yung blood mo, then the pain goes away. But yung physical techniques that we do, morphine na po kasi ang binibigay pag may cancer eh. Pagka ganun, yun na yung pinaka-highest pain reliever that man uses. Kung babigyan mo paracetamol, hindi tatalaban yun. Mofenamic acid, tramadol, ay hindi po. Because cancer pain really is painful. So, morphine, which is opium. Pero when you do acupuncture, your body produces endorphins, morphine-like substance, without the side effect of morphine. Yun, stimulate mo yung bile, yung trabaho ng atay, and you make them eliminate. So, pag in pain po, yung cancer patient, ang advice po nila sa Tijuana, sa Mexico, do coffee enema every hour or every 2 hours. Ang purpose mo, ma-eliminate mo yung toxins. Actually, pag matindi talaga yung case ng patient, they even do enema 6 times a day. No? Lagtang gulay yun, pero eliminate nyo, lumalakas yung patient. Okay. So, colonics. Si George Hamilton, if you know him, no? Artista. He was asked by Mel Gibson, what is the secret of his young-looking skin? Sabi niya, brewed coffee. Sabi nga ni Mel Gibson, what do you do with it? I do enema. So, coffee enema is something that some movie stars in the US are using for beauty and rejuvenation. Okay. If you want to do coffee enema, you can go to Starbucks, no? Hingin mo yung kanilang pinagpakuluan. Kasi you're supposed to boil it for 20 minutes eh. Hindi naman 20 minutes ng pinakuluan yun. Pwede mo pang gamitin. They just throw away those coffee thing. So sayang yun. Hingin mo. You can use it as a scrub, coffee scrub, or you can boil it and then use it for your enema. Diba? So, just a tip, no? And colonics, mga ano na po yan, mga high-tech thing na, no? It's a machine. Steam bath, okay. So yung iba po, meron silang takuri sa ilalim ng upuan o kaya rice cooker. Pag nagsasaing ka, no? Lalagay mo yung rice cooker sa ilalim, no? Then you sit, meron kang kapote, no? O plastic. Put ice on ice pack or cold compress para hindi umakyat yung init sa ulo mo, and you drink water where you're doing the steam bath. Suob, no? Kung gusto mo na lagyan ng aromatherapy, okay lang, no? So, papawisan ka po nun. That's steam bath, no? Yan. Ngayon, kung may kasama ka naman ganyan sa steam room, okay na, no? Siguro yung sinabing 10 to 15 minutes, baka tumagal pa yun, no? Can induce temporary fever, open pores, promote oxygenation of the bloodstream. So, ang daming toxin. I remember with a patient na breast cancer na talagang laki-laki po ng bukol niya. When she enters the steam room, paglabas, ayaw mo nang pumasok. Dami niyang toxins na ilalabas. No? So, masarap siyang kumain. Fever therapy. Fever therapy is, we call it hyperthermia. According to Reader's Digest, there are 3 accepted ways to treat cancer. Surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. Pero sabi ng Reader's Digest, there's a 4th modality accepted medically. Hyperthermia. Hyperthermia is fever. No? So, pag nag-chemotherapy yung patient, bibigyan lang ng chemical na magpapalagnat sa pasyente. 39 to 40 degrees. Pag naglagnat yung pasyente, yung immune system na nalanta, nagiging mas active. Mas effective ang enzymes pag mainit yung katawan ng patient. No? Kasi ang enzymes ay nagiging more active at high temperature. Ilagay mo yung enzymes sa mainit tubig, mamamatay siya. No? Kasi it makes the enzyme activated. So, when we have fever, our immune system battles better. Naka-red alert siya. Mas mabilis yung pag-responde ng mga white blood cells sa area of problems. And then, of course, you eliminate toxins because you sweat out. So, pag nag-chemotherapy sila, bibigyan lang ng malarial parasite. Maglalagnat yung pasyente for the whole day. Makita nila, eliminate yung bukol. Pwede mo namang bigyan ng lagnat yung pasyente na hindi mo natuturukan ng malarial parasite. Lagyan mo ng sili sa kilikili o bawang, di ba? I don't care how you do it, basta you increase the temperature mga 38, 39. Kasi yung 4 na paraan to treat cancer, surgery, chemo, radiation, fever, ano mas gusto nyo doon? Fever na. No? So, they discovered that there was a patient na may cancer na he had yung scalded skin syndrome, yung parang mamasok. And then nakita na luminit yung bukol. So nagulat yung doktor, itinry niya ngayong mag-reinfect ng iba. Tumalab. No? So hanggang sa na-discover nila na fever is a friend. Fever is not an enemy. Ang lagnat po ay hindi masama. Ginagamit po ng katawan natin para lumaban ng mas mabuti sa infection. Pag binigyan mo ng gamot sa lagnat, boom! Yung mga immune system mo, hindi sila makalaban ng mabuti. So, we need fever. Ang kailangan mo lang gawin, i-hydrate mo yung pasyente, tapos keep the head cool, kasi ayaw ng brain natin ng lagnat, and keep the body warm, or even as warm as possible. Mabilis po ang magiging proseso niya. Ha? So, ito po, ay ginagamit po ito ng mga tao namin, mga nurses namin. Kasi, pag binabad mo sila sa mainit na tubig, tumataas yung temperature, baka naman sobrang bilis ng heart nila. So, binabantayan yung bilis ng tibok ng puso, at yung pagtaas ng lagnat. Pwede ma-heat stroke eh. So, bini-maintain po namin. So, yan po ay isa sa mga paraan para tumulong sa immune system. Yung mga may lupus, yung mga may psoriasis, yung may mga sakit na ang immune system nila umaatake sa sarili na. Ang ginagawa ng fever therapy, ginigising ulit yung immune system back to normal. And then, it destroys bacteria, and then it's effective for cancer and other allergies and respiratory infection. Electrotherapy. So kung ayaw mo na acupuncture, pwedeng ganito po yan. TENS machine po ang tawag yan. Pwede mo ilagay sa acupuncture point o sa muscle. Kung medyo lumalaki ng tiyan mo, pwede mo ilagay dyan. I-burn niya yung taba dyan, lilit yung tiyan mo. So ginagamit po yan para matulungang matimpla yung katawan ng pasyente. Anong benefits niya? For pain, for range of motion, yung mga tumigas na stack up na ugat at litid, pagpalakas, mag-stimulate ng muscle development, no? Magpaganda ng daloy ng dugo, mag-alis ng mga maga-maga at nanikip ng mga kasukasuan, no? Makakatulong siya ng sirkulasyon at protein synthesis para mag-heal ng wounds. Dahil sa mga manas, pampaganda ng daloy ng dugo at iba pa, no? Acupuncture. Well, actually, one of these days we should do a lecture on acupressure, no? Para alam niyo. Gusto ko kasi mga distributor natin marunong gamot, no? We want them to be healers. Huh? When I lecture on different herbal company, I challenge them. No? Kasi you are the frontliners. Sa inyo pupunta yung pasyente or yung... It helps if you know other things. Diba? At saka even with your home, in your family, you might as well know some basic skills. So, anong benefits niya? For energy, strength, vitality. Oh. Kaya po pag ang pasyente nagki-cleansing, minsan lulugo-lugo yan. So we don't want our patient to look and feel yucky when they're doing detox. When you do acupuncture, malakas yan. Kanina, there was a patient that came, brought by a doctor who's doing acupuncture. Ang kanyang creatinine is 800. Ang normal po, 115. Dati 133. Pag inacupuncture niya yung patient, bumababa ng 400 plus yung creatinine. Somehow, it helped make her kidneys more efficient. Lalaki pa rin. His kidney is more efficient. Acupuncture lang yun. No? So, kung meron pa siyang dito, sa di pa pang ginagawa. So, I told them, gawin mo to. Bumili ka ng sauna suit, isuot mo. Babad ka sa tubig na may asin. Mga paraan po para matulungan yung kidney niya. It boosts the immune system, naalis yung pain medication, no? Nakaka-recover siya mas mabilis pag inacupuncture. Yung nakahiga, makakabangon agad po yan. No? And increase the body circulation and even reduce stress. And pwede siyang isabay sa mga medical treatment. So, acupuncture is nice. Pwede naman acupressure. Diba? And then, manual therapy, massage. Maraming uri po ng massage. Ang purpose ito, pagandahin ng daloy ng dugo, and even for sensual stimulation sa mga mag-asawa. No? Anong benefits niya? Relieve stress. Ang laki-laki po ng impact ng stress. Kung ikaw ay office worker, brain worker, wala ka ng exercise. Kailangan dumalo yung dugo sa katawan mo. Nakaupo ka lang sa office mo, air condition pa. So, kung hindi ka makapag-exercise, magpamassage ka. Ha? Kung ikaw ay lagi na-stress sa boss mo o sa tauhan mo, baka kailangan mo yan. Ha? Okay. Encourage relaxation. Hindi na tayo marunong mag-relax. Kapain nyo yung likod nyo. Hindi nyo na alam, parang palambag din siya. No? Ang tigas-tigas lagi. So, hindi na maganda yung daloy ng dugo sa brain natin. Improve circulation and posture. It's hard. Ako po, since bata, medyo nakaganoyin yung likod ko, nakakukot. Pag aware ako na ididiretso po, pero habang tumatagal, gumaganyan siya. Massage can strengthen the back. Lowers blood pressure. Basta ang massage mo is away from the heart kung high blood. Ha? Kung high blood siya, hindi mo gustong towards the heart. Manage pain. Relaxes muscles. Flexibility. Improves breathing, etc. Puro magaganda siya, di ba? Any problem will benefit from massage. Yung Japanese massage po, shiatsu, parang acupressure po yan. Sinusundan po nila yung mga points ng acupuncture. Baba. Usually po, towards the brain yan kasi ang ginagamit nila yung nerve points. Yung Swedish naman, ay pang-relax naman po. So, towards the flow of the heart. Yung thigh massage, medyo challenging. Stretching. Ginagamit din po yung mga pressure point, pero parang alternative siya sa exercise. At sa Thailand, sabi nila, yung 1 hour thigh massage, warm up pa lang daw yun. Kung na-try nyo na yung thigh massage, parang akala mo talaga magkakabali-bali ka na. Pagkatapos naman nun, parang lumulutang ka. No? Naalala ko, first time ko nagpa-thigh massage, pagkatapos, hyper ako, I went through a red light kasi parang lumulutang ako. No? Lumalabas po yung endorphins. Mapakasarap siya na. So, 1 hour is, hindi yan everyday mong gagawin. And then, synchronous massage. Kung masarap yung dalawang kamay, imagine mo kung dalawa sila. 4. At ang synchronous massage, you have the feeling na isa lang yung nagmamassage kasi sabay na sabay sila. At yung bigat ng kamay nila, saktong-sakto. Yan. Heavenly po, pagka gano'n. No? So, anong benefits niya? Siyempre, kung 1 hour lang yung massage mo, 30 minutes, isang tao, kung dalawa sila, solve na solve ka. No? It feels very complete. And then, binabalance niya yung brain natin kasi sabay sila nag-work. Then, hot stone. Mahal ba yung bato? Yung inyong stone. Apply it on the points. Lalo na pwede mo siyang ipang-massage din. No? Iinit mo lang siya sa steam, yung mga steam, yung panggawa ng steamer. No? Tapos, huwag mo namang i-directal yan. No? Pwede mo lagyan ng tela naman. Pero kung bearable na yung heat, pwede mo siya ilagay. Tulog ka talaga. Lahat ng lamig, sisip-sipin niya. And then, kung may oil pa yan, i-move mo up and down siya. Napakasarap po. So, you may want to try that. And then, anong benefits niya? Ganun din po. Ganun din ang ginagawang benefits. And then, bentosa. Sino na nakatry mag-bentosa dito? O na-bentosa na? Ang problema lang, may malaki kang kiss mark sa likod. Dami, no? And then, kung i-move mo, kasi mayroong tinatawag na yung oil, i-move siya up and down, makita mo talaga kung para kang hinising, no? Nakaganyan siya, no? Sabihin mo, nag-hazing ka, ha? Yan. Meron din tinatawag na wet cupping na sinusugatan. Yun ay kung may mga kailangang lumabas na nana or venom ng ahas. Kailangan masipsip po siya. Ang problema po, sa ibang lugar sa Pilipinas, they call it tandok. Wala, alam niyo po yun. Ginagamit nila yung sungay ng kalabaw o baka, no? May butas yun, sisipsipin nila yun para parang mas-action siya and then cover nila. Minsan, sinusugatan lang. Kaya makita mo, puro sugat yung likod. Ang nag-develop po noon ay mga Chinese, pero ang ginawa ng Pilipino, nag-over naman sila. So, yung gagano ng procedure, hindi nila alam kung saan talaga yung lugar na lalagyan. Sa acupuncture point po, ginagamit yan. Kaya hindi naman lalam yung acupuncture point. So, nahaluan ng pamahiin. Ha? Ano ang benefits niya? Ano nangyayari dito? Nagiging malalim yung effect mo, pero hindi mabubugbog yung lugar, no? Inaalis niya yung stagnant flow at dinidrain yung fluid. Yun yung sinusugatan po yun. Nakaka-impis ng maga, nakaka-relax. Kasi kung nilagyan ka ng mga 4, 5, 6 na ganon, sisipin niya yung dugo. Hindi na ngayon nagsisirculate masyado yung dugo, inaanto ka nun. Kasi hinihila niya. And then, tinutulungan niya malulasaw yung mga plema, inaalis niya yung mga nakakadikit-dikit na muscles at inalagay niya yung blood supply sa skin. Yun nga lang, hindi maganda itsura niya. Nakamarka siya. So, ang malinis na katawan, magtatrabaho ng mas maganda. Kung malinis ang trabaho at nagtatrabaho siya ng maganda, the body will be at its best. Health, beauty, and longevity will follow. So, beauty ka na, healthy ka pa, umaba pa ang buhay mo. Yun po yung sikreto ng detoxification or cleansing. And then, of course, mental and emotional cleansing. No? Sabi dito, anuman ang tunay, anuman ang tapat, anuman ang tapat pa rin may just. Whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Kasi what you think of, lalabas yun. No? Makikita sa mukha mo kung ikaw'y masayahin, masungit, o wala ka nang nakitang tama. No? Pagka ganun po, you have to detoxify emotionally and mentally. Hindi kadilinisin ng Panginoon kung marumi yung loob mo. No? So, healing should also be internal and external. Then, sabi po ng prayer, which we always say, sabi ng Panginoon, I beloved, I wish above all things that we prosper in health, even as our soul prospers. Gusto ng Panginoon, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we are at our best. Okay, may tanong po about the topic? Inaantok na kayo? Meron po ba? About cleansing. About charcoal. And when you take charcoal, you have to drink lots of water, ha? Sige po.
Yung charcoal po, hindi po ba siya carcinogenic?
Hindi. Yung carcinogenic, pag nagluto ka ng barbecue, yung usok na umaakyat doon, nasusunog yung yung laman. Ang problema, the more na burned ang laman, naging siya, lalo na yung usok ng uling. So, merong chemical na lumalabas doon sa usok na nag-work doon sa laman para maging poison siya. Kaya the more brown yung surface ng karne, the more carcinogenic it is, lalo na kung binarbecue. Pero yung mismong uling is not carcinogenic.
Kahit po sunog po siya.
Oo, hindi. Sunog na kawin siya. Hindi siya carcinogenic. In fact, ina-apply namin siya sa bukol, nakikita namin luminate siya. Ang trabaho lang kasi ng uling is to absorb things. Wala siyang ibang purpose eh. So, hindi siya magpo-cause ng cancer. Ginagamit siya to absorb toxins and poison, babayin niya, and then you can throw it away. Pina-wash out namin. Meron po? Napakabait nila. Yes, sir.
Isa ba itong mga pamamaraan yung lymphatic system natin na naglilinis ng blood natin?
Opo, kasi po, kung ito po yung mga muscles natin at dali ng dugo, merong fluid yan, may katas sa katawan natin. So ito pong lymphatics, nag-diffuse lang yung mga chemicals na yung mga protein doon. Opo. Pero hindi nga siya kikilos nang hindi ka kikilos eh. May ipon lang po siya doon. Kumbaga sa kanal, napupunta lang siya sa kanal.
That muscle movement yung
muscle movement. Ngayon, you can do lymphatic drainage kasi Yung mga kulani po natin yun, lahat yung mga lymphatics,
May mga train.
may mga ugat, no? Dire-diretso po yun sa kilikili, may mga bawat area po may mga lymph nodes. Kumbaga mga checkpoints sila, no? Para pag may nadaan na kung ano man, sabi, oh, nasan ID mo, no? No ID, no entry. Babakuran po nila.
So yung immune system natin nasa lymphatic sa...
Nandun po sa mga lymph nodes. Tagasala po nung lymphatics. Ngayon, ang entry point po niyan hanggang dito sa atay. Mula sa paa, magsasama sila papunta sa atay. Mula naman din sa taas, pupunta naman siya sa atay. So, ang atay ang pinaka-main organ na taga-filter nun. Kaya kung gusto nyo malinis yung lymphatic nyo, mayroon tinatawag na skin brushing. Skin brushing, kukuha ka ng loofah brush, i-massage mo pa ganyan yung balat mo, puro isang direksyon going to the liver. Pag sa paa naman, paakyat.
May ano kasi may lymphatic massage.
Opo, yun nga po, lymphatic system po. So, ganun po yun, medyo didiinan mo yun para mag-flow siya ng mabuti.
With salt yun.
Pwede pong salt, pwede pong loofah brush, pwedeng kamay mo lang ang gamitin mo.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Meron pa po? Ayan. But one exercise that we do is yung tinatawag namin trampoline. Pag nag-bounce ka nun, nag-circulate yung lymphatics mo. So it's a requirement sa mga wellness centers sa States na if you have cancer or some problems in health, kasama po yung trampoline, mini trampoline as their treatment. 10 minutes of that is equivalent to 45 minutes of jogging na nalilinis po yung kanilang lymphatics. Yes, ma'am.
Pag nilalagnat wala, hindi naiinom ng mga...
Usually po, maliban sa mga bata na talagang kawawa naman ang kita mo, kawawa lang, magbigay ka kung sobrang taas na. Pero kung pwedeng hindi po, mas maganda po. Para hindi lumalaban yung immune system mo na nakatali yung isang kamay niya. Gusto mo, parang lumalaban siya. So, hydrate. And wala po talagang ganang kumain pag nilalagnat kasi your body is trying to detoxify. So, may kasabihan sila, starve a fever, feed a cold. Kasi pag kumain ka, tataas yung temperatura mo, lalong tataas yung lagnat. Kaya ayaw ng katawang mag-take ng masyadong pagkain. Whereas kung may sipon ka, dapat kang magtaas ang temperatura, kaya they say feed a cold. Pakainin mo para tumaas yung temperature mo. Okay? Meron pa po ba? Yes, sir?
Nabanggit po kanina yung about yung sa creatinine.
Opo.
Normal body is
115 po sa iba, yung iba 133. Nung araw, 133.
Pagka masyadong mataas yung creatinine.
Pag 300 po, kasi the kidneys, na-lecture ko na ba yung kayo ng kidney dito? Hindi pa. Sa kidney po kasi, let's say you have yung kidneys natin, at any given time, 1/3 ng kidney is filtering the blood, 1/3 is resting, and 1/3 is preparing to filter the blood. Ganyan po lagi yan. So, di ba po, nasira yung 1/3 ng isang kidney, may 2/3 ka pang magpapalitan. Pag-check mo yung creatinine, normal po yun. Let's say nasira po yung 2/3 ng kidney, meron pang 1/3 dito, may 3 ka pa sa kabila. Creatinine mo normal. Nasira yung 1 kidney, meron ka pang 3 dito, normal pa rin creatinine. Nasira yung 1/3 ng natirang kidney, meron ka pang 2/3 na magpapalitan. Normal pa rin po. Aakyat lang po ang creatinine pag 80 to 90% are malfunctioning and 10 to 20% na nagpa-function. So let's say ang creatinine ng pasyente, yung dating level is 133. Nag-200 ka lang, 210, 220. Usually sa medicine, alam na nila na malaking porsyento na yung damage. So kung halimbawa 300 ang creatinine ng pasyente, maaaring i-compare mo sa 1,000, mababa lang siya. But the creatinine doesn't go up unless malaking porsyento na ng kidney ang damage. So even if it's 200 to 300, we already call it either chronic renal failure or end-stage kidney failure. Alam namin that creatinine is gonna keep going up kasi malaki yung percentage ng sira na ng kidney. So even if it's only 200 to 300, hindi na maganda yung the nephrologist will tell you ganun ang so you have to do something drastic when that happens.
So, what do you do?
What do you do? Well, try to find other avenues to eliminate the toxins and creatinine. Try to help the kidney if it's possible na. Kasi may sumisira ng kidney. Ano yung cause? Is it sugar? Because of diabetes? Is it hypertension? Is it the medication you're taking? So pagka ganun, dapat ma-eliminate mo yung cause. And hopefully ma-prevent mo yung further progress ng pagsira ng kidney. So there are such things that should be done. Siguro mag-lecture tayo ng kidney about kidney later.
Thank you, Doc.
Sige po.
Ano pong may recommend you for pag dindiagnose ka ng mataas ang uric acid,
Dahil po, kasi uric acid po, it means sobra yung pasok mo ng mataas na purines or protein, tapos hindi na i-eliminate masyado. So either, kasi again, pag tumaas ang uric acid mo, it's what you put in or if it's not coming out. Kung ang uric acid mo is from plant source, pag marami kang tubig, madaling elimination eh. Pero if it's animal source, which means mga lamang loob, mga sardinas, mga tulingan, mataas po ang uric acid na you have to do something to eliminate it. Give your body time to eliminate it. So you use other things to clean up. One of the things that they use are enzymes, and pansit-pansita, ginagamit po yan, or any blood purifying herb para lumabas po siya. So masakit po pagka namamagana yung mga joints ng pasyente. Minsan yung pag tinapalan mo, lalong namamaga kasi hihilahin niya palabas eh. So pagka po ganun, iba-blood purifying mo. Bigyan mo ng blood purifier. The herbs that taste bitter, usually po nalabas sila serpentina, dita, makabuhay, batang nara, yung herbs that are very, very bitter, they're usually blood purifier po. Ampalaya, yes, probably.
Can we take the air-dried serpentina?
Opo. We give that for uric acid problem. I also give enzymes para yung mga joint na swollen magbaba, no? But you have to really give something to eliminate the uric acid.
That's no blood cleansing.
Opo, blood purifier. With strong tumors, lower sugar, just serpentina. And there have been some cases na Hep B ng negative with serpentina. Fascinating na po. Okay, so kung going. Wala? Okay, salamat po sa pakinig. May God bless us all.